Imagine the heart-pounding thrill of a skydiver leaping from an aircraft, plunging through the air at over 120 miles per hour, the ground rushing up to meet them. This is the world of extreme sports, where adrenaline is the name of the game and pushing boundaries is a way of life. The history of extreme sports is as varied and adventurous as the sports themselves. In the early days, extreme sports were the domain of thrill seekers and daredevils. The first recorded extreme sport was cliff diving in Hawaii, a tradition that dates back over 200 years. Then, in the 1960s, a new wave of extreme sports began to take shape. The invention of the skateboard kick-started a revolution in street sports. Around the same time, surfers in California started to push the boundaries of what was possible, riding bigger and bigger waves. As the years passed, extreme sports continued to evolve and diversify. The 1980s and 90s saw the rise of snowboarding, BMX biking, and freestyle motocross. These sports brought a new level of athleticism and skill to the world of extreme sports. In the early 21st century, extreme sports went mainstream. The X Games, a competition for extreme sports athletes, became a global phenomenon. Today, extreme sports are a multi-billion-dollar industry, with athletes pushing the limits of what's possible in ever more spectacular ways. But extreme sports are not just about thrill-seeking. They're about challenging yourself, overcoming fear, and experiencing the world in a whole new way. They're about the feeling of freedom that comes from soaring through the air on a snowboard, or the rush of adrenaline that hits when you're surfing a giant wave. From those early days of cliff diving in Hawaii to the high-flying stunts of today's extreme sports athletes, this is a world that constantly pushes the boundaries of what's possible. It's a world where fear is faced head-on, where limits are made to be broken, and where the thrill of the ride is everything. In summary, extreme sports have come a long way from their humble beginnings. They've evolved from the daring exploits of a few thrill seekers to a global industry that inspires millions. They've shown us that with courage, skill, and a love of adventure, there's no limit to what we can achieve. This is the exhilarating world of extreme sports.